Yes, I promised you a rat trap, ladies and gentlemen, and I never disappoint. As you can see here, I have a rat trap, a very real rat trap. As you can see, I'll demonstrate with my pencil here. You can see there that it snaps the pencil cleanly in half. Let me free it from its jaws there. Get the pencil off to the side there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need a volunteer to place your finger right inside of there. No volunteers? Are you sure? Hey, I promise it won't hurt. How about that? I promise you won't feel a thing. I promise you will not be hurt in this. I'll even give you $1 to do this. Here, okay, $1? You'll do it for $1? Great. Let me go ahead and just set the mouse trap here again. Give me just a moment. There you go. It is set. And now I need you for $1 or a piece of candy. Go ahead and put your finger right there. This is great. And of course, I don't have a volunteer for real here. But I normally get a kid up, a brave young boy, a brave young girl to get up there, put their finger on it for a piece of candy or $1. And I've promised them that it won't hurt them. I've asked them to trust me, to believe me, that it's not going to hurt them. And eventually I'll get somebody up there to do it. And nothing happens. Because I promised you it wouldn't hurt. I promised you it wouldn't do it. I use this, of course, to talk about faith. I use it to talk about how if you just believed me, you were willing to do this for $1. Why aren't you willing to believe God when God tells you that He knows a way out of your problem? When He can help you at school, when He can help you with your brothers or your sisters, etc. You need to believe Him when He tells you that. And that's this trick. In and of itself, it doesn't seem like a lot until you get an audience. When you get an audience to play this trick, it plays up really, really big. It's just great. We have a lot of fun. Of course, I build up the suspense. Every now and then I'll get a kid that will come up front to help me with the trick, and then he'll run back down being scared. And of course, I never belittle him for that, but I do use that to build up this trick. Let me go ahead and show you something here. This is a real, honest-to-goodness rat trap that you can buy. I believe this one came from a hardware store, but you can find them anywhere. Home Depot, wherever. So this is what it looks like before we started. And these are the springs right here that make it so that it will snap shut. The first thing you do is with your finger, if it's strong enough, or with a pair of pliers, bend one off just like that. Okay? Now the next one, the next spring, I bend it because under normal circumstances it wraps around the bar here so that it won't come off. But I bent this one up just a little bit so that later on with my thumb, I can press it off to the side, and now there's nothing on this. So I use it, I set the rat trap the real way, snap a pencil, it shatters everywhere, you know. Then when I'm talking to the kids about getting another person up here and I'm snapping it for them like this, somewhere in snapping it, I bend it up so that it's facing towards me, and then this is what they don't see. I clip it off to the side. The rest of it at this point is acting. I pretend like I'm really putting a lot of pressure on it, you know, to get it to come back, you know, and go through all of this. Now this is important. When you've actually set the mouse trap, and I'm not going to do it now, but when you set the mouse trap, you need to put your thumb under here because you need to put a little bit of upward pressure on the bar. Otherwise it could fall apart and give away your secret before you're ready for it to. Now in and of itself, there's no real magic trick here, I suppose. I mean, you know, you've obviously got a rat trap that didn't go off. But it's an object lesson to talk about faith and get the kids thinking in that direction. Let me give you a few safety tips that I absolutely want you to have when you're doing this. When it's set the proper way, when these things are really on here, this is a very dangerous piece. I mean, it's meant to kill a rat. So imagine what it will do to your finger if you were to honestly put it on there while it was set. Okay? Don't ever put your hand up here anywhere around the front to hold it. Even if it is set and you're showing it like this, if something were to happen where it could come down, it could, you know, hurt you. Always, always hold it from the back side. Always. Like this. Okay? Those are the safety precautions. And of course, common sense goes a long way in doing this. And if for whatever reason you don't feel comfortable doing this trick because of some of the dangers involved, don't do it. And thank you very much.